Hi, my name is Finn. I am a 20-year-old trans man, and I am here today to talk about my personal experience with growing up in Christianity and being a trans person. Growing up, I was someone who didn't mind being a girl. I did the most stereotypical girly things, played dress up, played with toy Barbies, and loved the color pink. But once I started puberty, I quickly became uncomfortable with my body. I was acutely aware about the fact that there were changes that I didn't want to my body because of it, and I also didn't like the social stigma of what it meant to be a woman. I knew from the start, when puberty started, that I didn't want to go through that. But I didn't have the words to express myself that way. I didn't know what it was to be trans. And I wasn't given the chance to because of my parents and the way I was raised in this Christian household. Because to them, being trans was incorrect. And I am not saying that this is what every Christian believes, but that it was how I was taught in the household that I grew up in. I figured out I was trans when I was 12 years old because I had some friends from the local public school that I went to that knew what it was and was able to explain to me what it was. And they didn't try to force me to be trans. All they were doing was explaining to me what this specific kind of person was and how it worked. So I wasn't indoctrinated to be trans. I was just informed on new information and made my own choice that this might be who I am in my life. But later that year, I tried telling my parents. I tried coming out to them, and when I did, they lectured me on how that it was wrong, and it was most likely from either indoctrination from other people around me or unresolved trauma from my past. Which, for some people, it might be because of unresolved trauma, that they might feel like they might be trans. But for me, I don't believe it is. It might be, and if it is, then I will gladly accept that is because I had unresolved trauma. I am sorry for those who are in less than ideal situations, who are incapable of transitioning, have lost a loved one who was trans because of certain situations, and I just really hope the state of the world can get better and start becoming a better place for those who are any type of trans, gay, or just in the LGBTQ community in general. Often the church makes trans people feel like we are inhuman and just things that are out to be bad. We're more like objects in their eyes than anything else. And we need to treat people like they're actually human beings who have these life experiences and morals and reasons for doing things and experiences. Because, like, a lot of Christians, they do have their own stories. And they are also humans, too. And it's something that people in the queer community even do sometimes. We just don't think that the other person on the other side of the screen or right in front of us is not a human being. But even though sometimes we say that we know that they're a human being, we don't actually realize that. And that's something that I think everyone needs to start realizing, is that the other person on the opposite of our argument, they aren't actually fully fledged human being who has thoughts and feelings, and they have a reason for believing in this. Just because they don't believe in the same thing we do doesn't mean that they have their own experiences. Everyone is just trying to gain respect and find their own worth in the world and purpose. But in order for us as queer people or anyone in a marginalized group, in order for someone else to respect us as a human being, we have to respect them too. In my current state of life, I live on my own with a few roommates, and I have a lot of people around me who accept me as who I am, and I have also been physically transitioning for almost a year now, which I never thought I would even have the ability to transition, and the fact that I am able to is a real blessing. And I truly hope that any trans person listening, watching this, does get the chance to express themselves as their true selves one day. If you are someone who has resonated with my story, then I am sorry that you had to go through the same thing I had to. And if you are still in that situation, hopefully one day you'll be able to get out of it and just experience your truest self and find people who love you for who you are. I have some resources down in the description that I have researched on my own time, and I have sources from both point of views if you want to go look at those. That is all that I have prepared for today. Everyone is welcome on here. If you want to share your opinion, if you have different beliefs than I do, please tell them in the comments. I am open to hearing anyone's varying beliefs, and I would love to have a conversation with you guys. I'll see you guys next time.